This is IBM Museum, and this video is on installing the IBM Rebus Screensaver on Windows XP. Now, in 1981, as we see here, Paul Rand went through and created what was called the IBM Rebus, and a rebus is a representation of pictures to represent the letters in IBM. And of course that is familiar with the image shown here, I, the B, and M. Of course the M for those bands of the M are normally in a blue color. IBM even goes through on these as far as the official use of the Rebus. And the M is, of course, the only letter that's in there, despite being banded in that standard IBM logo format. IBM has also gone through and they use the B in some campaigns, and of course that's visible in my background with the up here in the corner, the little plush B. But IBM goes through and they've used it for a B equal. They'll go through in the center bands on the body of the B. They'll go through and make those a different color, and it's the concept of an equal sign there for the logo. I'll include a link to this page. This is a really interesting. You can see how IBM does in the monochrome formats, and also they go through and they specify the parameters of how those are used. They do have the images that they use in there, and then we get to the multicolored common version, that how it's typically seen. And of course on the IBM logo store, that's official IBM merchandise available through Staples. I can go through and provide that link in the video description as well. You can get hats and shirts, as I do, with these IBM Rebus logo on them. And here we go through for the color ranges and everything else. As I say, I'll go through and I'll put a link of this page in the video description. But let's go through. I wanted to show the installation. I mean, right now we have this, and of course we have a power routine. It goes through and it shuts off the screen at some point, just blackens the screen. But it's got just a standard Windows XP screensaver that goes through and pops it up in different places on the screen. So I thought it'd be kind of neat to go through and for the screensaver that I do have around, and go through and install it on the system. And I have the files here. You can see the icon for it, because screensavers, when IBM went through and when Microsoft went through and did them under Windows 3.0, 3.1, back at a time when screensavers were important, you had to go through and you couldn't have that high intensity characters on the screen. You'd get burning on the screen. It was standard, the CRTs that were out there, the cathode ray tube displays that were out at that time. So really in this world now, with LCDs, the screens, having a screensaver is not necessarily as important to preserve the hardware. It's just mainly more of a display of things. And screensavers are actually executable files. They're just renamed with that screensaver file name extension. So let's go through and start up the setup routine. And we see that this was, and this is probably the creation date. I'm not really certain of how it's expressed that way. That November of what ultimately is probably 2019. That may have been when I went through and zipped up the image. Maybe it maybe is determining that information from when I went through and compress it to an easily a package I could easily move around. And this is from one of the bonus CDs that IBM had back in the day, and actually more in the Windows 95 era. It and also had a NetVista screensaver as well. I think that's in the package here. And of course, in a modern time frame now, this screensaver will not run on typically a 64-bit system or anything like that. Okay. So you see that welcome to the IBM Screensaver setup program. This program will install IBM Screensavers, or IBM will install IBM Screensaver on your computer. Not really, I didn't read it very well, but not really a complete text in true grammar, I guess. Strongly recommended that you exit all Windows programs before running the setup program, and click cancel and quit setup, and close any programs that you may have or that you have running. Click next to continue with the setup program. And warning, this program is protected by copyright law and international treaties. And of course, from the 1981 time frame, of Paul Rand creating that, and of course he is no longer alive. He's passed away, but it is still treated as effective as artwork. We saw that wow, that was quick. And so it looks like it went through and extracted that for all the time of going through and uncompressing it, and we saw it kind of hover at that 39%. So I'm doing a right click on the background to the desktop, going to the Screensaver tab, and I'm going to look to see. Yeah, so it's actually it's identified down here. So this is the NetVista screensaver that it goes through and installs. I also do see the IBM Win95 saver and that Rebus IBM at the bottom. And I should have checked previously, because this actually may have been, with the ThinkPad, may have actually had that screensaver already in place. Let's just do this is the NetVista. I don't know. Some people may like this. I ran the NetVista systems for quite a while. The goes through and puts the lettering pretty much all in the same place, and then the lettering falls away. Let's go through. I think that this IBM Win95 saver, I think, is the actual one that we just installed. And it'd be real interesting to see Rebus IBM. Is that going to give us any sort of... Could not play video file. So that's kind of good. I went through and installed it because it looks like the version that was there already was not, just didn't want to work. So, well, that's, that was going through, and that was the installation process of the Screensaver. And so certainly if you enjoyed it, click on that like button and subscribe to my channel. But this is IBM Museum. That's all I have for now. Thank you.